Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Oh, I know some of you might have been up late watching a football game last night, but good morning. Well, thank you very much. I am Mary Beth Fitzpatrick. I'm the superintendent of Royal Oak Schools, and thank you. And on behalf of our Board of Education and all of our staff and everyone who worked to get today ready for you and for all of us, I say welcome and thank you to all of our teams that prepped the building and got everything ready. In case you haven't heard, we are not going to go on our walk today because of the weather, but we have plenty of things planned for you. This day of service started between our school districts in 2017, and it was really meant to put a spotlight on today, on the work of Dr. King, but also to be a catalyst for all of you in the room and those folks that you know to do work in our community and to support our groups and through service all year long. And so we hope that today is a big reminder for all of you with a few things that we have planned for you today, some student work, and I'd like to introduce two of my colleagues, Scott Francis, superintendent from Berkeley Schools, and Billy Schellenbarger from Clawson Schools.
Our cities, our school districts from Royal Oak and Clawson and Berkeley are proud to welcome you to this joint Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day event. It really reflects the commitment to unity, remembrance, and honoring the legacy of Dr. King. We also like to welcome our special guests. I know we have some legislative members in the crowd today. We have board members, community leaders, students, of course. It's so good to see you, staff, and parents. Your participation, as Ms. Fitzpatrick said, will catalyze an increased community service and promote a greater sense of unity and understanding. Now, Berkeley and Royal Oak, we've been partnering since 2017 on this day event. And we're so proud of how our communities have come together and celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And today we're so happy to see so many people from Clawson. The event planning team from Clawson joined us as well. And so we just thank you, the City of Clawson officials, City Public Schools as well, for joining us today. Up next, speaking of Clawson, I'd like to introduce to you Superintendent Schellenbarger.
Morning, everyone. We'll start off script. 31 years is what it took to get me to stay up past 9 p.m. on a Sunday night, and I'm fired up. So those who have Lions gear in the room, well done. Super, little extra pep in the step today for me certainly, and I'm sure many of you as well. So go Lions. 3 o'clock, I think, next Sunday. FYI. Thank you, Scott and Mary Beth. We hope you enjoyed a wonderful breakfast this morning, everyone. And we send our many thanks to Mike Jacobs and his crew at Chartwell's. Mike is the Chartwell's Food Services Director here, Royal Oak, former Clawson guy, so we thank Mike and his team. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Thank you, Mike. So today we're collecting essential items for and volunteering time to benefit the following entities: the Redford Brightmore Initiative, Cass Community Social Services, the Judson Center, Royal Oak First Methodist Church, Teen Clean Closet, Grace Centers of Hope in Pontiac, and Welcome In. Off-site only is where these Grace and Welcome In today. Looking forward to continuing the partnership with these entities. These groups help to so many people in our communities. They need toiletries, non-perishable foods, diapers, and much, much more. If you want to donate after today, please direct your donations to the organizations directly. We have a full list of the items on the Royal Oak website, which is romi.gov/MLK. I have option 1 and option 2 on our script. Option 1 if we have the walk, and option 2 if we don't have the walk. So I'm going to go with 2. As Mary Beth said, unfortunately, due to today's very cold temperatures and wind chill, we'll not be hosting our annual Freedom Walk. Our walk is planned as part of this wonderful day to show our support for Dr. King and his mission to advocate for civil and economic rights. Our Freedom Walk calls attention to the greater public and reminds our communities of the importance to always speak up for what is right. As Dr. King said, the time is always right to do what is right. Since we're not walking today, I encourage you to do something or share something publicly with your network this month in honor of Dr. King. We hope you will join our school districts and cities in continuing the important work of striving for justice and equity for all. We're committed to keeping diversity, equity, and inclusion at the forefront of our schools, to create an environment where all staff, students, and community members feel a sense of belonging. The greater community can all honor Dr. King by joining us and doing the same. I'll end off script by saying we appreciate Berkeley and Royal Oak inviting us to be a part of this fantastic day. We're looking forward to many, many more events to come, and certainly the walk, hopefully next year and beyond. So thank you both, and I'm going to kick it back to Superintendent Fitzpatrick. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you, guys. In the spirit of collaboration, we are very excited that students representing all three of our comprehensive high schools have produced a video to inspire all of us as we embark on a journey of positive change in our community. The students focused on service and what it means to them. The video, which will come up shortly, will also be hosted on our YouTube channels for all to watch again. Jarrett, take it away.
If you want to be important, wonderful. If you want to be recognized, wonderful. If you want to be great, wonderful. But recognize that he who is greatest among you shall be your servant. That's a new definition of greatness. And this morning, the thing that I like about it, by giving that definition of greatness, it means that everybody can be great. Because everybody can serve.
When I say the word service, what's the first word that comes to mind?
I think helping people and keeping them safe.
To help people out and just help them come together as a community.
Taking care of people when they need it, and even if they don't need it.
Giving back.
Helping someone is offering a helping hand when they need it.
Being kind.
I feel like it means it doesn't matter if someone's short or tall or if they have a different skin color. It just matters what their heart is like.
When I think of community, I think of large groups of people coming together to help out everybody.
When I think of community, I think of a neighborhood of a lot of people who helps each other.
All different races, kinds coming together as one.
A group of people, or a lot of people in a state or country. A lot of hard-working people.
When I think of community, I think of a bunch of people, kind of like a family, like a big family, just helping each other.
Community also means a lot because there's a lot of different people. I mean, everybody is different, but there's a lot of different people there. And even though Clausen is tiny, I still like it.
Can you tell me, what does helping people mean to you?
I fill people up with love so then they pass it on to other people and another people, and then it goes all around.
I want you to say that I tried to love and serve humanity. Yes, if you want to say that I was a drum major, say that I was a drum major for justice. Say that I was a drum major for peace. I was a drum major for righteousness. And all of the other shallow things will not matter.
We want to thank all of our students and the video teachers and everyone that helped put that together. So again, that'll be up on our YouTube channels for all to see, so thank you. Usually when the kids talk, it does kind of choke you up when you hear that, and I hope the words that they shared with you today mean a lot to all of you as well. As a mom and a teacher, it just means a lot to me that our students are here today. How many students in the room from our districts? Raise your hands. Yeah. Thank you. So we would like to invite you to stay with us today to do a few of our service projects. As was said earlier, many organizations in our communities will be benefiting from the donations as well as the handmade projects today. In our cafe, the smaller room, we are making thank you cards for all of the fine educators, social workers, paraprofessionals, custodians, everyone that works in our schools. So if you'd like to make a thank you note to them, to thank them for their service to our communities, please stop there. We have hygiene kits that are being made for those that are less fortunate and need those essential materials. That also will be happening in the cafe. In the larger cafeteria, we're making fleece blankets that we can donate to organizations for those that may need them on a daily basis. We will also be collecting donations at the curb, and we have many in our gymnasium. That's also a large space where we're going to sort those to all of the organization's tables, and later today, I'd like to thank our maintenance department here at Royal Oak and some of our volunteers will be delivering those out into the community. But we need a lot of hands to make these projects work today, and we hope you'll be able to stay with us to do them. We're also capturing testimonials. We have our video crew in the cafe area. Want to wave there? We got some of our guys up front here. If you see them, we'd like you to capture and think about your thoughts, what today means to you, what service means to you, what it means to be part of our amazing communities, and share those thoughts. And that's going to be a part of a culminating video after today's event. So please stop by and give your thoughts. Kids, we'd love to hear from more of you. So hopefully you'll go down there and share some thoughts with us. In general, I just want to say thank you to everyone for coming out today and braving this weather. It really is about service. It's also about community and coming together. So speaking of coming together, first, Jarrett, could you throw the house lights up full for me? If I could ask the folks that are on the side sections of the auditorium to push toward the center, we want to take a great group shot today. So again, thank you for coming. Please make your way into the center, and we'd like to take a wonderful group shot. Thank you.
To me, today means like equality, and it's about like showing respect to everyone, and everyone should be treated equally.
MLK means that we're bringing all of our people together and remembering what he did for us and the freedom that he gave us and how he fought for all of us to be equal.
Dr. King's message of service has definitely impacted my life, not only as an educator, but also as a parent of 2 kids. When I think about my time in education, my time as a building principal and a teacher, we always wanted to make sure that we included all of our students. When you think about Dr. King's message of service, service leadership, working for others, bringing people together is always a big part of education and a big part of bringing a community together, servicing all and supporting all.
I think the message of Dr. King mostly affected my involvement in my community. I think learning through school and through my educational endeavors that things can happen when even the smallest voices are heard. So I think that maybe getting involved in your community is the way to do this, and running for the school board is how I've currently contributed to the community, and I am so honored to be able to represent my community in the endeavors that I do.
You know, it's been an inspiration to me since I was little, since I first heard the I Have a Dream speech and learned about him like most kids during Black History Month. So, you know, his message of service has resonated in every way for me, from serving my country to serving my city on city council to even something as simple as serving my family as a father and husband.
Dr. King's message of service has had a deep impact on me. It's the reason why I went into public education, is to really serve others and serve the community. And I look to Dr. King for inspiration just on his message of hope and serving others in need, and especially those in our community.
MLK Day provides us with the opportunity to reflect on our privilege and give back to our community.
Dr. King's message of service has impacted me deeply because it's helped me to dedicate my life to service. I am, of course, in the field of education, and over the years I've always just thought about things from his different speeches and just the way that he's lived his life, and I've dedicated that to how I interact with students.
Because we're so blessed with all of the things that we have and the opportunities that we have to serve others like Dr. King did and set that example of modeling that every day when it wasn't popular and certainly was not easy, is the least that we can do. So his message, his work, his effort, his energy, his legacy, we follow that as we serve in our district and as we as leaders model servant leadership and ensuring that those around us are taken care of, and then we can get to ourselves and continue to do that work is an honor.
Dr. King's message of service has impacted me as both a volunteer and a community member, because I think one of the really enduring things that he taught people was that you can serve your community in a huge variety of ways, right? You don't have to be an elected official. You don't have to work for a nonprofit or do, hundreds and hundreds of hours of service a year. That you need to serve your community where it's accessible to you. That if it's one day, if it's a little bit of time, if it's helping a neighbor, if it's saying kind things to other people, that those still all count and build our community. And you don't have to be always the most involved, right? That doing what you can in ways that work for you is still really contributing to good.
MLK Day means to me like working together as a community to come together and make like a better good.
Understanding diversity, equity, and inclusion, and really helping in our community, and really through an event like this, getting so many more people to hear that message and to go out in their communities and support one another. That's what it means to me.